We're going to start in just a minute. I hope you came back, or if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Glad to have you. I hope you had a chance to look at that first video that we did. Have you made a card holder yet? I hope so. I hope you've got one. And I hope you have your deck of cards. I believe it's 1 o'clock, isn't it, Kevin? All right, here we go. Let's do a little quick review of what we learned yesterday. So, does anybody remember how many cards you have in your hand after the cards are all dealt out? Does anybody remember that? There were 52 cards in the deck, and we had 4 people, and we used all the cards, so everyone ended up with 13 cards, right? Yeah. And does anybody remember what the 4 suits were? Which one is this? Does anybody remember? That was clubs, right? And hearts. That one was an easy one. And then we had diamonds and spades. So our suits were clubs, hearts, diamonds, and spades. And which card is the highest one in the deck? Of these 4, which one's highest? It's the ace, right? And then the king. And then was it the jack? No, right, it was the queen. So it was the ace, the king, the queen, the jack. And then the 10, the 9, 8, all the way down to that little 2, right? And also remember that the king has a K in the top corner of it, and the queen has a Q, and the jack has a J. So if you have trouble with the king and the jack, you can always look for that little letter in the corner. The hand we played yesterday, what we did was we dealt the cards out, and the first thing that you did was count and make sure you had 13, right? And after you figured out that, yes, you had 13 cards, you put them in your card holder, or held them if your hands were big enough, and you sorted them into suits. What did that mean? Sorting into suits meant that you put all the spades together, all the hearts, all the diamonds, all the clubs. And you usually did it black and red to separate the colors. And we went from highest to lowest within each suit. So it'd be easier to pick the cards that we wanted, right? Good job. Okay, and the hand that we played yesterday was just a hand where the high card won. The highest card in the suit led won the trick. And you won just for yourself. Everybody played individually. If you remember, we had one person that had a bunch of aces and a king, and they won all 4 of their aces and their king. But they didn't win any tricks after that because they took all their cards right away. And we had another person that won quite a few tricks because after the aces were gone, he had a long suit, a king, queen, and a 9, a whole bunch of good ones, and was able to take a lot of tricks. So that was the hand that we played yesterday. Today, I'm going to tell you about a different kind of hand you might have. Now, you don't know how it happens because we haven't really started learning bridge yet, and we haven't really talked about bidding, which is something in bridge, or anything else. But what can happen is it's possible that you could have a hand that you played with a trump suit. So, trumps. What are trumps? Well, it's a suit that gets designated, in bridge it happens in the bidding, that this particular suit is going to be stronger than any card in any other suit. Now, I'm going to show you how that works, and we do it in bridge, it happens in the bidding, which you don't know anything about yet. But for right now, for this hand, so we can practice, I'm just going to say that clubs are going to be the trump suit. Okay? So any club is higher than any card in any other suit. It's stronger than any other card. Any club is stronger. And if more than one club is played, the highest club played wins. Okay, so let's see how that might work. I've got some hands ready for you today, and I'm just going to put them up here on the table. I know it was a little hard to see yesterday. I'm trying it a little bit differently today to see how things work out. Maybe this will be a better learning tool for you. And let's just look how this hand might go. Wow, look at this hand. Whew. It's got the ace, the king, the queen, a 10, and a 2 of hearts. And look at the diamonds, a king, a jack, and a 10. That's really nice. Now this hand, it's got an ace, but that's about it. So that's not a very big card. It's a big card, but we only have one. Now this hand, let's see, push those down just a little. This hand has a queen, a jack, a 9, a 4 of clubs. And remember, clubs are trumps. That's really important. You're going to see how that works out in just a minute. And an ace of diamonds. Oh, look, a king, queen of spades, and a heart. And this one, well, they've got 4 of those clubs, which we said were trumps. Not anything good in diamonds. Oh, they've got an ace of spades and only a jack of hearts. So, wow. It kind of looks like this hand might take a bunch of tricks because of that ace, king, queen of hearts, doesn't it? Looks like they might do well. Now, last time we had this person deal and we let this person lead. Well, this time we're going to say that this person dealt, even though you didn't see them deal, they did. And we're going to let this person make the opening lead. So what card do you think they would lead? I think they'd probably play the ace of hearts because after all, they have the ace, the king, and the queen, right? So they've got some really good hearts. So they're going to play their ace of hearts. And this person will play a little one because remember, he has to play the highest card in the suit led to win. And he can't play anything higher than the ace of hearts because that's the highest one. And I would play the 3 and this person would play the 9 because it's the only one they have. So he wins. And now he's going to play his king of hearts because he still has the queen. And they'll play the 5 and I'll play the 6. But whoops, look over here. He has no hearts. So when he doesn't have any hearts, he can play any card in any other suit. But this time we have a trump suit. Clubs are trumps. And any club is stronger than any card in any other suit. So he could choose to play even this 4 of clubs and he would win. When you have a trump suit, any trump is stronger, bigger than any card in any other suit. So even though this person played a king and he didn't have any hearts, he played this measly 4, he still wins because he trumped their king. I've been there before when they do that. I've even had them lead my ace and it be trumped. It's a bad feeling, let me tell you. But it's a really good feeling for him. He gets to win with this 4. So he won the trick. So who's going to lead to the next trick? Yep, he's going to lead. What do you think he might play? He could play his ace, but look at his spades. He has the king and the queen of spades. So if he played the king of spades, somebody will probably play the ace and take his king of spades away from him, but then what? Then his queen will be high. So that's a really good play on his part, maybe, to try and make a trick with that queen. So he'll lead the king, and it'll go 5. And this person's going to play the ace because he wants to win, right? The ace is higher than the king. And I would play the 2. So now this person won. And he expected him to win. He didn't expect his king to win. And now he's on lead. Well, he doesn't have very many good cards, does he? So he might play a diamond or heart, I don't know. Let's say he plays a heart. If he does, it goes another heart. And this person still doesn't have any hearts. Excuse me, I forgot to play that card. So he's going to trump. And look, he's got all those good hearts, but he's not going to take any tricks with them, is he? Nope. My lead again. I'm going to play my queen of spades. They're going to win. I don't know what they'll do next. Maybe they'll play that 10. Well, I got my card turned wrong there. Let me turn that right. Now, turnabout's fair play. This person has no spades in their hand, right? They could play the 7 of diamonds if they wanted to, or the 10 of hearts, or any card they wanted. Or they could play a club. Since clubs are trumps, if they play a club, they would win. So I think that he probably will play that 2 of clubs. And everybody else will follow. So he couldn't take a trick with his king of hearts. It got trumped. But look, he won the 2 of clubs. That's pretty cool. Now it's his turn to win again. To lead. He doesn't know what to play. Do you think he would play his queen of hearts knowing that someone's going to trump it? Or do you think he might play a diamond? It's a hard decision to make. I'd probably play my diamond. I wouldn't want to let them trump me again, but who knows? Anything could be right. But let's say I played a diamond, but I would play a small one. Because I know if I play my king, that somebody is going to win my king with their ace. So risking one of my high ones is maybe not such a good idea. I could play the jack or the 10. Force a big one out. Why don't I do that? Why don't I play my jack or 10? And it'll go small. And I will play one and they will play the queen. And win. Oh my goodness. So now I'll play the ace. And it goes 7 and 4. And what is this hand going to do? It doesn't have any diamonds. Is it going to play the 7 of spades? Well, that won't win. How about the 8 of hearts? That's not going to win either, right? But look, I could play the 3 of clubs. And since clubs are trumps, I could win that ace. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play that 3 of clubs. Now I'm on lead. What to do, what to do. I think I would play my 9 of spades. And this person has no spades, so they'll probably play the jack of clubs to try and win. Now, they don't want to play their club because they can't play a club higher than the jack, right? That's not any good. And everybody was trumping hearts, so maybe I would play my 10 of hearts. Get rid of that. I know that somebody's going to trump that. And now it's this person's turn. Well, they could play their diamond, but look, they have the king of clubs. So if they played the king of clubs on top of that jack of clubs, if 2 trumps are played, if more than 1 trump is played, the highest trump wins. So he gets to over-trump that jack and win the trick. That's fun too. And he'll lead a diamond, and I'm going to trump with the 10 of clubs. You might think, oh good, I can play my queen of clubs and win, but guess what? You can't. Why? Because you have a diamond. You have to follow suit. You have to play a diamond. Excuse me. And this person will follow as well. Okay? Excuse me, a diamond. Okay. It's really hard playing 4 hands, I tell you. Now I'm on lead. Well, I might play my ace of clubs, figuring maybe I can get their clubs out of their hand, right? And look, I got that queen, because everybody has to follow suit. If you can follow suit, you must follow suit. So I get to win that trick. I got a card behind somehow. I think I played 2 out of this hand one time. We'll let them still have that one. And now, nobody at the table has trumps except this person. And since trumps always win, they get to win the last 2 tricks. So look what happened, y'all. This hand that started out, and we thought it might be the best hand because it had the ace, the king, and the queen of hearts. And because it had the king and the jack of diamonds, we thought they might take a whole lot of tricks, but they only won 2. They got to take a trick with their ace of hearts, and they got to trump 1 time. This hand actually got to win 4 tricks. It won almost all its tricks with trumps and the ace of spades. And me, I got to win tricks with my ace, my 10, and my 3 of clubs, but I didn't win anything anywhere else. So sometimes when you have a trump contract, when a certain suit is trumps, it's not just about your aces and kings. Your ace might win a trick, your king might win a trick, but when one of your opponents, one of the other people at the table, doesn't have any cards left in that suit, they can trump you. So it's really a really good idea to play, if you're going to play with the trump suit, if you get to choose which trumps are going to be played. Which suit is going to be trumps. It's really to your advantage if you can say, I want this suit to be trumps. That helps you an awful lot. So remember that. Now, think about these hands. If you could have seen the cards that the other person held, it would have been easier to decide which cards for you to play, wouldn't it? It would have been much easier for you to win some tricks, certainly if you had somebody to help you. Well, in bridge, what we do is we play as a partnership. So let me see if I can find my little guide card, what I do with it. I've lost it. It was right here just a minute ago. What we play is that north and south are partners and east and west. So the person directly across the table from you is your partner. And the person on either side of you are your opponents, and they're also partners. Golly, oh, there it is. So it looks something like this, and you can make one of these of your own. Just get a regular piece of paper and put north on one side and south on the other, and west and east. And when you do that, it makes it easier to keep oriented, so you can remember who your partner is. North and south are partner, east and west are partners. The other thing that happens when we play bridge is that if whichever side, north or south or east or west, gets to choose which suit is going to be trumps, and you don't know how that happens yet, that's for tomorrow, but the side that gets to choose the trump suit, the partner, one of the partners, becomes somebody we call dummy. And their hand goes face up on the table, and you get to play your cards and their cards. And the best thing about having partner is if your partner wins, it's just the same as you winning. If your partner wins a trick, they win a trick for your partnership, for your side. So it doesn't matter whether you won it or whether they won it. It's together. Together you won the trick. Now let's look at a certain situation. Let's suppose that your partner had the ace of spades. You're east. And clubs were trumps. And you had something that looked like this. We're just going to put some cards down here. We didn't deal this out or anything. We're just going to play these cards down. So clubs are trumps. And this person, your partner led the ace of spades, and this person played a spade. Well, you don't have any spades, do you? So if you wanted to, you could play a trump, and you would win the trick. But do you want to do that? Who's winning the trick right now? Right, your partner is. And do you think South probably has a spade since you don't have any? Probably so, right? So if you trump, you're just taking the trick away from your partner. So if your partner is winning the trick and you think that they're going to continue to win, what you don't want to do is trump their good trick. You want to save your trumps to win other times. So just remember that. That's a kind of an important concept for you to think about, an important idea. So this is a trump contract, and I have a place that you can go online, and what it will do is it will just takes you to one page, not to a website, but you're only going to be looking at one page, and it's going to give you a dummy and your hand, and it's going to look something like this. Here, I'll just move these up here. Okay, so, and usually there wouldn't be, we call it a void when there's no cards in a suit somewhere. So let's say the hand looks like that. And you're always going to be south when you play on this website, on this page. Okay, so let me just give you a hand down here. Got to give you 13 cards. 3, 4, 5, 7. What else would you like to have? How about a queen of spades? Ooh, that's nice. 7, 8. And I got to give you some diamonds. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's your 13 cards. And let's say that this was the 13 cards that you had in the dummy hand. Okay? So what comes up is the two hands over here, you'll just see cards like they were, they're robots. They're going to play with you. You'll have a hand down here and a hand up here. And it'll show you both hands. And it will ask you, what suit would you like to be trumps? Or it might say, would you like to play NT? That's no trump. That's like that very first hand that we played yesterday, where only high card won and you didn't have a trump suit. And it'll also ask you how many tricks you want to try and win. And just put in the minimum for now. But what this will let you do is practice how to go back and forth playing the cards, and the robots will play against you. Now, one of the things to look out for is if you looked at these cards, you would say to yourself, well, gosh, I want spades to be trumps because look how good my spades are. But look over here, your partner doesn't have any spades. Well, he has some. He has 1. So between your two hands, you only have 6. That's not very many cards. That means the opponents have 7. Remember, there's 13 cards in every suit. So if you only have 6, they've got 7. That's not a good idea for your trump suit. Look at your diamonds. You have 5 over here, and they're pretty good ones even though you don't have the ace, and 3 over there. So you have 8 diamonds. Wow. Now that's good. So you might want to choose the suit between your two hands. Add up how many cards you have in your hand and how many in dummy. And play the suit as trumps that you have 8 or more cards. If you don't have 8 or more cards, you have kind of, we call it a balanced hand. It's kind of like you have a few cards in every suit. You might want to just play high card wins, depending on how many you have. But if you have a suit that you have 8 between your two hands, you might want to have a trump suit, and that be your trump suit. I'll do, after this video, I have one more to do for the people that have played some cards before. And after that, around, I don't know, 2:15 or 2:30, I'll take a video of me going online and showing you how to get to that place that you can go to play. But for right now, I can tell you my website is bridgewithpatty.com. Same as my Facebook page, bridgewithpatty.com. And you'll see a tab at the top that says classes and workshops. And if you click on that, goes a drop-down menu, and it says mini bridge. And if you click on that, it gives you another menu item that says online practice. And that'll just take you to just this one page, and you can play lots of hands, as many as you want, and it's really a lot of fun. So, bridgewithpatty.com, classes and workshops, mini bridge, online practice. BBO does that, Bridge Base Online. They gave us that link to that page just so y'all could have a place to go practice playing the handout without the bidding. That's the big part of bridge. Now, tomorrow, we're going to find out how to count your points. Oh my gosh. We're going to count points, and then we're going to talk about the strategy of which suit you might want to be trumps or whether you might want to play no trump. So tomorrow's going to be fun. I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.